Hi, I'm Katie Johnson, and welcome to another Monday Crafternoon. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving here in the U.S. We just celebrated our Thanksgiving holiday, and we are now into the last week of November. And for many of us, that means that we are entering the gift giving season. So gifts can be personal in so many different ways. They can be useful, they can be fun, and they can be crafty. Craft supplies make a great gift, just saying. And sometimes, though, the right gift for a person is just going to be a gift card. So today's project is going to be an easy way to make a really pretty packaging for a gift card. So let's take a look at the project. This is the project that I'm going to be making today, and it's just a real sweet, simple little project that has a pocket right in here that you could fit a gift card into. Super, super easy to make something like this, and you can see the decorations on it are very simple, but very festive also. So the colors I chose for this are Gorgeous Grape, really deep purple because I wanted it to have contrast with the snowflake, and then Fresh Freesia, which is a real light, very pretty pinkish purple for the background down here. I happened to have some paper that had some spots in it, and where I live in Wisconsin, we get lots of snow. So the spots on this particular paper reminded me of a snow pattern, but then you can see that I also decorated the inside with snowflakes. Okay, let me show you how quick and easy it is to score this paper. So you can see that I've cut my paper long ways. This is 4 1/4 by 11 inches. Get my cutting blade up and out of the way. I'm going to score this at the normal spot for a card. So I've just scored it there like we normally would, but then I want to make this pocket, so I'm going to come back and score it again. And for this score line, I'm going to do it at 2 1/2. Now what that's done is it's taken this half of the card and given me a 2 1/2 inch section and a 3 inch section. So I'm going to use my bone folder and crisp up both of these folds here. Now if you go back and look at this one here, I have this little circular hole here, like a thumb hole, to be able to pull the gift card out. So you can do that either with a set of circle dies, or you can do it with a punch. Now quick and easy right here, so that you're not watching me use my die cutting machine, I'm just going to come in and punch a little circle hole. And don't worry if it's not exactly centered there, because it's going to be covered up by these two decorative pieces. The layering on here is very simple. Isn't this pretty, the contrast between this Fresh Freesia and the Gorgeous Grape? All right, so this is just going to layer it over it, so you can see it doesn't matter if that wasn't perfectly centered. I'm going to add my little decorative paper in here, and you could use any paper that you have. This is so easy to make, and it's a great way to maybe use up some of your designer paper. So this is the 4 inches to center it this way, and then it's 2 3/4 to fit into this 3 inch space on the paper. Okay, here's the thing though. You need to be careful as you put your adhesive in, because you need to make sure that you leave room for whatever size gift card you're going to put in here. So you can see this is a little bit of a tight fit, and what I did when I first made this was I just took my adhesive and pulled my adhesive down on the sides. But I think that the width of the adhesive here is a little bit tight on the fit for this gift card. So I'm going to pull it off to the sides a little bit. Let me show you what I mean. So I'm going to let my adhesive go slightly off the edge of the paper here, which means I'm going to use my silicone craft mat. Okay, so now the width of the adhesive on the paper is less than the width of the adhesive on the plastic. So the silicone craft mat, or anything non-stick, and again, you can see that some of it was caught over here on that silicone craft mat, but that's the beauty of the silicone craft mat, is that stuff doesn't stick to it and I can just rub it off, and now the mat is clean. But the width of the adhesive on the paper is less than the width of the adhesive on the roll. You could also come back and use your liquid glue and just put a very thin bead of the liquid glue on here. But the point is that now I have a pocket that it's easier for this gift card to slide in and out of. Okay, I do want to add my ribbon. So I'm going to put my ribbon around here on the inside. This is easy peasy, and just tie a real pretty little knot. And then trim off the ends. For my snowflake on the front, I'm using these wonderful snowflakes that Stampin' Up! Currently sells, and they are a pearlescent paper. Let me just pull this out. It's going to be that pearlescent surface on the one side, and then it's just plain paper on the other side. They're all the same size, 6 to a sheet. Like I said, this beautiful pearlescent, and you get 24 of them total in the package. Ooh, look at that. Isn't that pretty? And then the fact that they're just plain paper on the other side, so you could actually come through, and if you wanted, you could sponge some color on here and make colored snowflakes. I'm just going to attach this on with a glue dot. So let me talk about snowflakes for just a moment. Remember I mentioned that I do gift certificates. People often ask me, what are some just basic supplies that I need? Well, I would tell you that if you've got a die cutting machine, having a set of layering circles is so functional. And the one Stampin' Up! Currently sells has smooth round circles as well as these ones with the scalloped edges. So you can do some real pretty layering in there like that. That's a basic supply. And then whether you live in the north like I do in Wisconsin or not, I think everybody needs a good snowflake set. Something that has a lot of different size and shape snowflakes to them. This particular bundle has a stamp set as well as a die set. And so I used these snowflakes, which Stampin' Up! Currently sells, but depending upon when you're looking at this video, this may or may not be a product that Stampin' Up! Continues to carry. But having a good set of snowflake dies is really useful. Over the years, Stampin' Up! Has carried a variety of different shaped snowflake sets. But this one, compared to ones in past years, I think this one is really utilitarian. It's got lots of different shapes. It also has, you can see, a framelit, couple of framelits in here, as well as detailed dies. So here, I keep my samples in a book, which I'm going to show you. So I just keep a little booklet like this with samples of all the different dies. And you can see right here that that die set has two that are framelits. So what these two would do is they would let you stamp a snowflake and then punch out the one that you had stamped. Whereas these are just detailed snowflakes. They're just going to cut out a snowflake. And you can see you've got lots of different sizes here. That set also has a couple of pieces that would do a negative. So in other words, you could, the white piece is the one that you would use, and you'd slip something behind it so that the shape of the snowflake showed through. And then it has this pretty framing piece too. So as I compared ones that Stampin' Up! Has carried throughout the years, I actually really like this Snowflake Wishes set of stamps and the coordinating set of snowflake dies. And if we didn't have this other really pretty set of punch-out snowflakes, that's what I would have used for this project. All right, so we need to put this on here, and I do need to be careful that my glue or adhesive only covers half of the front because the rest of it is going to overhang. So let's see, I think I'll just use my liquid glue here. And if you ask me why I used the liquid glue instead of this, there's no reason. It was just handy, and it's what my eyes fell on when I reached for something. Either one of them would have worked really well. This is Stampin' Up's new adhesive, the Stamp and Seal, and it's actually really strong. Okay, so now I've got this all put together. I want something pretty for the inside, and I've got a piece of paper ready to go here. This piece of paper is cut just 1/4 inch smaller, which means that it's going to be 4 inches by 5 1/4. And I just want to put some pretty color over there because if I just left it like that, it felt kind of plain. So I wanted to fill in this space because when you open it up, if you want the writing to be hidden, you're only going to be writing over here. So I'm going to decorate that half of the paper. And here's my gorgeous grape and fresh freesia inks again. And I'm using 2 of the snowflakes from this Snowflake Wishes set. All right, so I'm going to put the larger snowflake in the lighter color, stamping off so that it some of them look like they're maybe in the foreground and some of them look in the background. And we'll use the darker color for this smaller snowflake. Okay, got our adhesive on here, and we'll just slip this right on the inside. And then for a finishing touch, I'm going to use 1 large rhinestone right in the center of this snowflake. So there you are. Beautiful, easy, quick and easy. You can just slip that gift card right into the pocket that you've created, and then you've made a thumb hole so it's easy to take it back out. You've got space over here to write a little note, and when someone pulls it out of the envelope, it looks real pretty with the decorations over here. Again, you can do something like this with any paper that you have, any designer paper that you have, and just pick a set of coordinating colors. And like I said, I do gift certificates. I'll do them in any amount. I print them off on a little sheet that looks like this, and I'll send it right to you, and you can give it to whoever you want. And you can make it any value that you want. I will make them the right size that you would be able to slip them in a pocket, because I will send it to you in something cute like this that you can use for delivery. So thanks for watching. Contact me if you'd like to order a gift certificate for any of your friends, and have a great week. We will see you next Monday. Bye for now.